Good morning, everybody. This is Joe Cusick from the Cusick Group with your Traders exclusive for Thursday. Well, it is a day of surprises. We had the Bank of Japan overnight basically holding rates steady. That caught all of the markets all off guard. It initially had the S&Ps down in the negative territory, but then we had Facebook open up with great earnings. And bottom line is that we have Facebook at all-time highs, and we're seeing that the tech sector is starting to garner some interest. But I still am not seeing the momentum. Slowing momentum is a problem. We continue to see daily divergences to print everywhere. Even strong areas of the market that continue to forge to new highs cannot escape this warning sign. The industrial sector is one that I keep an eye on. And Wednesday we saw that it was a very strong day for that sector. And that group has been in an uptrend basically, let's say since mid-January. Now the gains in April, though, have been really kind of accompanied by a slower volume. And if you look at some technical indicators, a lower MACD. In other words, you're starting to see that momentum is pulling off. And that's likely going to catch up with this sector. And I think that you're starting to see that this could catch up with some other offensive sectors that we watch to see if there's going to be a continual catalyst to the upside. Now, overbought conditions, slowing momentum, and don't forget, Wednesday we saw light volume, basically less than 10 million shares changed hands. And right now, that's going to be plaguing the bulls going into the near term. Now, if you are owning industrials, since I did mention it, these stocks to this point might be considered high risk. Really use that as I would say, yellow flag at this point, in my opinion. Now, given that the industrial sector is one of the four aggressive sectors or offensive sectors, and we know how aggressive technology is, look at the move in Facebook, I think it's going to be difficult for, right now, names like in the Dow Jones or large cap names in the S&P to continue much of a path higher without coming into some resistance at these levels. Now, I did see some interesting activity this morning on Thursday, specifically in a tech stock, Symantec. I saw the April 29th $17 puts trade for 21 cents. Very interesting, since earnings aren't until the middle of May. May 12th is what's on schedule right now. Seeing about, roughly around 5,000 contracts trade. I also saw in a metals area, Freeport-McMoRan. Now, Freeport is one of those stocks that everyone thought was going to go out of business, and then it's at $11. The bottom line with Freeport is it's volatile. And what I saw this morning was a very large trade. It was 15,000 contracts of the June 13 puts. They traded for $1.50 with the stock trading right around $12.96. This is a trade I want to keep an eye on, especially since Freeport has had a lot of momentum to the upside, but it's kind of slowed its pace in this $12, $13 level. This strategist is looking for some potential downside, and I want to keep an eye on that, especially if the metals and mining sectors start to get a little weak. That could be yet another red flag. And then finally, Microsoft. Now, large cap tech is going to be that catalyst for the tech sector, specifically keep an eye on the Qs. But Microsoft, I saw a very interesting transaction. There was some call activity at the $55 strike. There were 5,000 contracts that traded for 33 cents. Now, the stock was roughly trading around $50. With the Facebook news and with all of the other news that's coming out with some of these tech names, it looks like a strategist is saying, well, I'm bullish, but I don't have the conviction to go out and buy the stock outright. So they're buying July call options for a fixed risk, 33 cents. It's a very interesting trade, and I want to see if that type of activity starts to pick up with the continued uncertainty of what's going to be the next catalyst for the bulls to the upside. All right, folks, well, that's it for this Thursday. This is Joe Cusick from the Cusick Group, wishing you a great rest of the trading day, great rest of the trading week, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care.